Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a bit of time, as you can see, probably difference in background since my last video. That is because I've moved back. I was just visiting my parents back in the United States for a bit for the holidays. Now I'm back in London, and so this is the new background. If you've been following the channel for some time now, you know that probably won't recognize this background, but I'm in the same place. Anyways, enough of that. Point is, I'm back. We're back and we're better. And I was thinking to myself, what better, because now I'll have my kind of little collection here of fragrances that I didn't have back at home in the United States. So I was thinking, what fragrance would be a good one to start the year off again and get us back rolling. And I thought, what better fragrance than this bad boy right here. Oh, there we go. Azzaro, the Most Wanted Intense EDP. Not the parfum, EDP. Oof. What a banger to start off on. Right, let's get right into the video. Boom. All right, guys, you know the drill. Up. Ooh. Get into the scent profile. What do I get out of this? Oof. First of all, starting off, just a subjective review. Very good fragrance. Good, bad, good. It's on the good side. The opening, you get this more, I want to say it's this kind of wet vanilla. I sprayed this on my wrist, on my hand, about 30 minutes ago, so it's already starting to get into the dry down. But from the beginning, from the opening, you get this kind of wet, loud vanilla. It's not like the vanilla that you get in JPG. I'll put it on screen, the one I'm thinking about. I'm blanking right now, but the one I did the review on a couple months ago. It's not, that one's a more sophisticated lavender, iris type of vanilla. This is, like I said, this is a more woodsy type of wet vanilla, if that makes any sense. It's more loud, definitely a lot more. It's a very loud fragrance into the dry down, and then you get this, it's like this wet vanilla, but then it's got a little hint of this caramel, almost toffee in the background of it. Then when it dries down, it settles down into a more woodsy toffee type of fragrance. Little less on that really loud extreme vanilla, and it settles down to a more I wouldn't say earthy, it's definitely woodsy toffee. Maybe some amber, you get some of this warm amber in the background as well. So if you really want to think about it, it kind of opens up a bit wet and cold and that boom, vanilla to your face, and then it dries down to this more warm, ambery, woodsy type of scent. Going off of that scent profile and the notes profile, and the top notes, we get cardamom, middle notes, toffee, and base note, amberwood. So, very simple notes profile. Though I don't think the notes profile does it justice, because, well, I think that recently with fragrances, you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it seems like a lot of these perfumeries are trying to go for a more basic, minimalistic notes profile. This one obviously isn't, it's not nowhere near new fragrance by any means, but definitely I don't think that notes profile does it justice. It's not sophisticated in the way of, it's like a date night type of bring you in closer, but I do think that they are missing out a bit of the sense that you do get from it on a practical standpoint when you actually spray it onto your skin. For example, one thing that I think everyone can agree on that is not in the nose profile, but that a lot of people, if not everyone, gets out of the opening, is that vanilla. Definitely a vanilla heavy fragrance. And I would say those note profile is that note profile is what those notes is what you get in the background. You do get cardamom, not too much of that cardamom though. but you definitely get the toffee and then the amberwood. But toffee is probably the one that sticks out the most. But I would say that they're missing out. Don't look at that nose profile and try to imagine. If you've never tested this before, it's not what you're gonna get. It's more of a vanilla woodsy, and then out of those nose profile, if you want the toffee, then maybe that's amberwood. But yeah, seasons and occasions. Definitely leans fall, winter for the seasons. Occasions, going out fragrance. To me, this is a very good going out fragrance. If you're going to the club, if you're going partying, going to, like a party type of social event, and you really want to stick out, woo, this is the one. I would say that if you're using it as a signature scent, I would do it in more of the fall and winter seasons. If you're using it as a going out fragrance, it is very versatile year round. And if anything, if I'm in the summer, if I'm going out in the summer, I would use this more as a going out fragrance in the summer than in the winter, because of that crispy opening, because of it's in your face, it's that loudness. It's not this more warm kind of something you get with the Stronger With You Intensely, or like the JPG I was talking about before. This is more of it's like, if you're using it as a partying scent, it's the opposite of what you would use it as a signature scent. So if you're using it as maybe your daily driver or an office scent, I would use that more in the fall and winter. But if you're using this as a party scent or going out scent, it really does stick out more and is more appropriate in the spring and summer. Going into the performance for longevity and projection. Projection is definitely above average. It really projects really well, especially in that first hour of putting it on. As for the longevity, bit average, not bad at all by any means, but it's not something that will really, it's not like I said, a Stronger With You Intensely or those typical winter type of fragrances where they may not project as strong or be in your face, but they make it up for just being on you the whole time and the whole day. This one definitely has good, even though I would say the longevity would be considered maybe average, it's good. It's still good. Expect 6 to 8 normal, what you'll get out of, especially at this price range for a designer fragrance, 6 to 8 hours. Longevity, no problem at all. Especially if you're going out as partying. Who's partying? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but partying for more than 8 hours, I think, the fragrance is the least of your worries. All right, getting into the pricing for a normal 100 milliliter bottle at retail, you're looking around $135 US, and then at discounters, expect to get it around $75 to $80 US. Considering the quality of this fragrance, $75 to $80 US is a really, really good deal. I think although it's not the most cheapest, especially when you look at Arab dupes or that Arab fragrance world, it's not the cheapest price in the world, but if we go into the category of designer fragrances for this quality, $75 US is a steal. Really good, highly recommend it for that price point. All right, let's get into the summary and final recommendations. Summary, like I said, really good going out, loud fragrance, in your face, that vanilla, woodsy, manly, masculine type of fragrance. Highly recommend it. Price is not bad at all for what you get. Longevity, like I said, projection is above average. Longevity, average, no complaints there. All around, I think this is your perfect go-to party fragrance. It has been for me. I think this was probably my third bottle I've had of this, and you can't see it because it's black, but I've there's about this much left. I just abuse this whenever I go out, because if I'm going out and I don't know what to wear, easy reach. But yeah, highly recommend it. good quality, especially for the designer world. Can't, and I think it's a great way to open this new year. Great fragrance. First video back in London. Woo, I'm excited. And I'm glad that I picked this fragrance to be that special guest. Anyways, that being said, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff that everyone tells you to do. That's you're probably annoyed of hearing by now, but it really does help the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.